Hey folks, this is BDubOnATDub. I really appreciate you tuning in again. Today we are going to replace my T-Dub's OEM Fender with an Acerbis aftermarket unit. I was kind of thinking back, one of the first time that I saw a T-Dub, and I'm guessing it was probably about 1992, and I worked during college at a paper mill, and one of the guys at the paper mill had a T-Dub, and I was very intrigued by it. But one thing I just never understood or never really liked was the low fender. So when I got my own T-Dub, it's a 2022 model, bought it in 2024 used with only 280 miles on it. One of the first things I did was I put the Bradley high fender kit on it. So I like the look of a high fender a lot better than the low fender. But one thing that has happened over the last couple years with continuing modifications, so kept putting beefier tires on the bike, and this year I upgraded the long travel damper rods when I went to the Bradley Performance Ride, which gains about 1.5 inches of travel. So between the beefier tire and the longer travel suspension, the OEM fender is looking pretty small. So I am going to upgrade that, and we're going to walk you through it today. So we've got an Acerbis universal fender here that we're going to have to do a little drilling and line it up, but we're going to get that done today. So appreciate you tuning in, and let's get to it. All right, the first step is we're going to get the stock fender off. So with the high fender kit, step one is going to be removing these bolts. So obviously the triple clamps are all clamped in on the top, so no real issue with pulling these out. There are some spacers behind here with the fender kit that we'll have to make sure we get put back in there, but we're gonna get her done. That one got tightened down pretty hard. All right, we got the bolts loosened up by hand, so back them out the rest of the way. And of course, something's always got to roll away. All right, that's pretty straightforward right there. So I'll give you a good close-up look. So this is the Bradley high fender kit. So this kit does not use the stock OEM fenders, fender holes. So I've already drilled and tapped that through there. So we're gonna get those zipped off of there next. So one thing I like to do anytime I'm working with a nylock nut is I don't go fast with it. So if you take them off too fast, you'll actually heat the nylon up and melt them. I've never had issues reusing nylock nuts. I think technically you're supposed to replace them, but I've found they work fine as long as you behave yourself with the speed that you're taking them off. So, all right, so I've got the nuts off. So the high fender kit come right off pretty easy. So now I am going to back the hardware out of here. So probably one of the trickier parts of this entire process is going to be making sure that I get the new fender lined up exactly where I need it to go and square to the world. So we'll see how that process goes here in a minute. The other thing I should mention is I am running the Bradley mud flap. So I'm going to see how the new Acerbis fits on here, but my plan would be to run this if I'm able. I think it does a good job of keeping mud off the motor and the head pipe and all that stuff. So, but a lot of it is going to depend on where exactly the new Acerbis fender lands and whether or not I can use this without having it hit the head pipe. So we'll pull that off next. All right, with that, we've got the mud flap off. Gonna put the old factory fender into the extra TW parts bin. All right, the next step is I'm gonna put the high fender kit back on. So the bracket's gonna get reinstalled without the fender, and that way I should be able to kind of eyeball how the Acerbis fender is going to fit in and see if I can even get it in place to market, which probably is gonna be a little tight. So we'll see how we tackle that once I get this back installed. slightly tightened down, so nothing too crazy here. Gotta come off anyway to bolt it back up. So this fender has flats on it, so the factory Fender does not have that. So it's kind of a rounded surface, so it can be done, but it's a little trickier to do. This is going to be a lot easier because you got a flat surface to bolt against the flat bracket. So just kind of test fitting this here and looking at it, it looks like it's going to fit really well. Looks like I'm going to have plenty of clearance against the exhaust pipe, so that's great to see. And I should have no issue getting the mud flap on. So the other thing that's pretty sweet, and I suspect that maybe when Brad designed this kit, he may have had this fender in mind, but this molded flat ends right at the front of the bracket. So it isn't like I have to be ultra precise and try to mark it while it's in position. I know that my forward and back is already defined, so I can pull this bracket back off, set it on top of here, mark my holes once it's centered and squared, drill them, and should be good to go. So here's a good look at the bracket, which I pulled back off, sitting on the fender. And yeah, this is going to be a lot more straightforward than I was anticipating. So pretty much, other than maybe 3/32 of an inch or so back here on each side, the flat on the pattern fits the square on the Bradley high fender mount bracket, which I'm guessing was by design. So it makes it a lot easier. So I've got the high fender mount kit. I'm using that to determine my drill size. So I've got one that fits nice and snug in here. So we should be good to drill the fender, get it bolted up, and keep moving forward. So I've got the fender holes marked. I've got my trusty scratch awl. I'm going to do my best to find the very center of the hole, give myself a reference point to make sure my drill bit doesn't walk, and pop these holes. Before I go too far, I am going to put the mud flap on. So there is a little mold line in the fender here that I can use as a reference point. So what I like to do is something like this where you have 3 holes, rather than try to mark all 3 holes, just mark the center one, get that bolted in, and then you can adjust it, and it's going to be a lot easier for you. So get the one bolted, hold it down, and then tilt and adjust, and either drill or mark from there, kind of using the mud flap itself as a template for the 2 outer holes. So that's the approach we're going to take. So I've got that snug down, and like I said, now I can tilt and adjust, and again, just use that straight line as a reference, and I'm not trying to hold 3 things and mark 3 holes. So there's your not so pro tip for the day. Making work for myself because I got OCD. I got to put the shiny side of the washer out, which means I got to redo the one I did in the middle, but 10 seconds and I'll be able to sleep tonight. We've got the mud flap installed, we've got the fender drilled out, so now it's just a matter of bolting on the bracket and bolting the bracket on, and hopefully everything looks right and is straight to the world, so we'll keep going. So I've got the bracket bolted onto the fenders. Now it's just time to tighten things up. Again, as I said, I like to go slow so you're not melting the nylon on the lock nuts. So.
Well, I rolled that dirt back in the garage tonight. Still got a little mud and a whole lot of life. Riding gets me grinning like a kid set free, but turning wrenches does the same for me. Got the radio playing and the toolbox open
All right, it's time for a little BDubOnATDub product ratings. So for the Bradley High Fender kit, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 hairy Bs. The hardware is sometimes prone to rusting, and the bracket allows the Fender to bounce and vibrate a little bit, but I know it's always a balance between making something heavier, more rigid, versus lightweight. So 4 out of 5 hairy Bs for the Bradley High Fender kit. For the Acerbis Universal Fender, I'm also giving it 4 out of 5 hairy Bs. It's a really good quality piece. I'm very pleased with how the two of these components work together. The only reason I'm holding it back from a 5 hairy B is the lack of sheen or gloss, but again, for a dirt bike, it's a great looking piece. Before I wrap up this video, I want to go over an adjustment that I made one day after shooting the original video. So as I was looking at the machine, the thought crossed my mind that the back of the fender, in particular the nuts that attach the mud flap, may be too close to the tire at full compression. As I was editing the video, I kept going back to that, so I decided to make 2 simple changes. First of all, I flipped around the bolts for the mud flap. So now instead of a nut and a small protrusion of bolt to the inside of the fender, it's now a smooth rounded head, and the nuts are to the outside. And then the other thing I did was I added 2 thin 1/4-inch washers to the front mount between the Fender and the Bradley High Fender kit. What this effectively did is it rotated the fender. So those 2 changes, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Those 2 changes gained me 1 inch of additional clearance between the tire and the back side of the mud flap. So just wanted to let you guys know I made those adjustments. And worst case scenario with it tipped down, if the fender does rub at full compression, it's not going to rub in the front, which is, given the rotational direction of the tire, not going to be a big deal. Whereas had the aggressive lugs on the tire caught those nuts on the mud flap on the back, could have got a little spicy. So just want to let you guys know that slight adjustment. All right, folks, I appreciate you tuning in. That's going to wrap up this install video for the Acerbis Universal Front Fender in conjunction with the Bradley High Fender kit on the T-Dub. So definitely gives the bike a different look. The fender extends out a lot further than the OEM fender. The Acerbis plastic doesn't have quite the gloss or the sheen that the OEM plastic does, but it's still a very high quality piece. And get a little, I use Amsoil Mudslinger, and I'm sure that will shine it up, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be bombing through the woods with it anyway. So I do appreciate you tuning in. This is BDubOnATDub. Like I always say, keep your 2 tires dirty. You can support this channel by hitting like, leaving a comment, subscribing, watching another video on the channel, or visiting www.dirtmotopro.com and clicking Shop Apparel. Thanks as always for all the support.